Cousins on my YouTube side, y'all would not believe the trouble I went through to get this style to work. I got something to show y'all today. Make sure you stay tuned to see how I achieved this very versatile illusion butterfly install, y'all, and it almost didn't happen. Let me tell y'all. So let's go ahead and get this style popping, you guys. I am using Calif butterfly locks. This is my first time using these butterfly locks, so I'm extremely excited to try them. They're very fluffy, very defined. I love that. And I'm also going to be using this springy afro twist hair in the color tea burgundy because I'm going to be wrapping today. I generally don't, and you don't have to do that. You do not have to wrap, okay? That's just what I'm doing for this style today. And you know we're going to be ignorant on top of ignorant with the braid jewel. That's just what we going to do, okay? Now, these butterfly locks, like I said, they're very distressed, and I really like that. That's what I was looking for. So we are going to throw these upon our dome. Okay, but first I have to get my hair together. And it's kind of, I think this was like a day 4 or something like that. Day 3 or 4, maybe 4 or 5 twist out. So I'm going to go ahead and just hydrate my hair because you don't want to go into this dry. You know what I'm talking about, because we are about to manipulate our hair. So I'm just getting it good and damp. But I have an undercut that needs a little maintenance, so I'm going to be handling that right now. If you don't have an undercut or you just don't care to see this part, you can skip ahead. Just follow the chapters provided and you can just forward to the next part of the style, okay? So what I'm doing here is just using my one guard and going with the grain just to get a nice even base. And then this is just like a preliminary lineup just so I can get the vibe of what the overall look is looking like before I fade the very back. And I'm just making sure that I continuously brush the hair so I can see actually what it's going to look like. Here I'm just fading the bottom part of my undercut. This is not really the purpose of this video, so I won't go into like, you know, deep explanation about it. But, you know, if you can kind of tell what I'm doing from looking, bam, there you are. Now I'm just finishing up, cleaning up that line. That's it, that's all. Again, this was just maintenance. This was not a style undercut. I wasn't doing anything fancy. It was just time to kind of fade it up again. So that's what I did. Okay, that's it. That is all. Now let's get to these butterfly locks. Y'all, she thick, honey, she thick. Now this is my first time using this edge control. Oh my gosh, I love it. Y'all have been keeping secrets from me. I love it. But y'all, let me tell you something. It smells like a whole drink. I ain't lying. It smells like a whole alcoholic beverage, y'all. I was like, wait a minute. But I really like this product. So I'm just gonna show you the braid pattern. Now, okay, let me explain this pattern while you watch it. This is going to have a lot to do with your preference. Honestly, you can invisible box your whole head. It just depends on what you're going for and what you can do. I'm doing individuals along the front and the sides and the back, really around the whole perimeter of my head. Why? Because A, these locks are large, so I don't have to do a lot of individuals. B, I wanted a very versatile look. I knew I was going to be putting it up in a ponytail, and I didn't know if it was going to be a half ponytail or a full ponytail, so I needed the versatility all around my head, okay? That's why I decided to do individuals. You do not have to do individuals at all. You can do any one of my illusion braid patterns. I promise you it's going to turn out just fine. And like I said, these locks are so large, you'll be done with it in no time, y'all. This will be one of your get it, girl, get it installations, okay? Now, we done talked about my parts, okay? Which y'all supposed to just pray for them. That's it, that's all. I pulled off the mirror today because I was trying to be as crisp as possible with these parts. Okay, and even with the mirror, that's the best it's gonna be. Okay, so hey, you say what you want. I'm just finishing the individual boxes around the back, and I think I'm gonna have 4 going across that back. So there's 3 on each side, 4 across the back part. Is it 4 or 5? Maybe it's 5 actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I believe it is 5. I'm actually counting while I do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it's 4. So there's 4 going across the back. There's 3 going across both sides, and then the front 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 going across the front as well. Bam. And do you see how large those boxes are? That means we're not gonna be in this head all day. That's pretty much what that is, okay? Now, you can do that again if you want to, or you can cornrow, you can do the illusion boxes. I wanted another row of illusion boxes because they were so big. I took advantage of the fact that it's gonna be quick. So bam, I'm gonna have a very versatile install. You don't have to do that. You can stop with the first row of boxes around the perimeter, or you don't have to do individuals at all. You can go right into the illusion braid pattern. Okay, and if y'all, watch me, then you know what I'm talking about with the illusion boxes, okay? If not, just kind of look at some illusion crochet videos of mine or anybody's. So I decided to cornrow the rest of the hair just because I can cornrow and it's quick. So that's just what I decided to do. And here I'm just tucking my ends because I got a little hang time. So I gotta tuck my ends now, y'all. You know what I'm talking about. So this part take a little time. This part takes no time at all, as you can see. So it's just getting the ends out of the way. Everything else, you already know what time it is. We just about to crochet and get it done. That's it. Now, y'all, the braid pattern is looking super sleek because I used the gel, but it is not tight. I repeat, it is not tight, okay? Please do not do this tight in no way, shape, or form. All right, we're not snatching edges, we're not snatching hair follicles. Okay, now let's talk. Y'all, this has never happened to me in my install. I literally almost stopped and just bought a whole different pack of hair. I was so frustrated. These loops are, oh man, I could not manipulate these particular loops, and it made the process so frustrating at first because the way butterfly locks are constructed, they're wrapped loosely. So you need a large loop so that when you slide the lock through the loop, it does not drag the butterfly lock because it will disrupt the whole pattern of the lock, you guys. So the loop needs to be able to be manipulated. It needs to be able to be stretched in order to have enough space for the lock to slide in easily without holding on to it too much, because it's just gonna mess up the lock. And y'all, I was fed up. I was just like, you know what, my braid pattern's already done, I'm just gonna get some more hair, period. That's it, that's all. My nerves was so bad. But then I said, let me just try another bundle in the pack. That bundle, I was able to manipulate the loop a little bit more. So I was like, maybe that was a bad bundle in the pack. So I was like, let me just move forward. So I decided to switch gears and move to the individual plaits. This is how I'm doing this. As you can see, I'm not right at the root, the base of my plait, because I want that part to be a little loose before I begin to pull my own plait through the lock. I want that to be loose because I'm wrapping today, y'all. If I were not, which you do not have to, I would have installed that piece, that faux lock, right at the base of my plait. But since I'm wrapping, I want that to be loose. When you wrap, you don't want it to hurt. You don't want it to be super tight and uncomfortable, you guys. So because you want to give yourself at least about 3 wraps in the same spot to just get it started, and then you just wrap down, then you wrap back up. Now, placement and distance is going to play a big part in how your locks lie. You don't want to wrap super far down because it's going to make the locks stiff, and it's going to take longer for the locks to fall. Because when you wrap, you have to give the faux locks a little time to, kind of get into formation, really. So you don't want to wrap super far down, okay? Once I figured out that the rest of the locks, the loop can be like pulled apart and manipulated, I was able to go back to my cornrow pieces, and you see how effortlessly I was able to pull that lock through the loop. That's what I was looking for with the first bundle. That first bundle was fugazi. It was seriously like a bad bunch, and it really almost made me throw the whole pack out. I ain't lying, y'all. I was so fed up. But the rest of the locks, they worked so well for me, and I was so happy because I was like, I just wasted money on 2 packs of this hair and can't even use it. I was about to be so frustrated. Yes, but I think that first bundle was just a bad bundle. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. I would just double check it, Bobby Boss. I would double check them because that was so frustrating having to go through that first experience and that being my initial impression, y'all. It was terrible. So now jumping back to the individuals, you see how loose that is? Just make sure it's loose, y'all. Your plaits should be loose. As far as the base of it goes, if you are wrapping, okay? This is if you are wrapping. Because if you plait really tightly and then install the faux lock right at the base and then wrap on top of that, y'all, we're not trying. That is trauma, okay? We're not here for that. We don't want that. We do not want that in our lives. So just know that nothing about this is tight. It looks super crisp because I made it to look that way with the gel. That allows it to look super duper crisp without it actually being super duper tight. You know what I'm saying? You don't just get that out your mind that it has to be super tight in order to look really pristine. It does not have to be that way. And it won't if it's on my head. I don't play those reindeer games. I don't. So again, make sure you don't go down too far because then your lock will be super stiff all the way down and it'll take longer for it to kind of fall. Now, let me show you what to do. The pull through part that I'm doing on the individuals, if you have really long hair and you don't want to pull through all the way down that faux lock, okay? Go through it a couple times and you're going to wrap over. Like if you see your plait through the hair, don't worry because you're going to wrap over that. Just when you get down to a certain point, just bring it back up to the top. And then start pulling through, going back down, and then you can go back up if you need to so that you can keep your hair in a certain area of that faux lock. And then just wrap over it. That's it, that's all. That's just a little trick if you have really long hair and you don't want to just pull through that whole lock, okay? And you just go through and make sure that you secure the base of that wrap. So wrap in the same spot about 3 times. That's what I did. I did 3 rotations and then I started to move down that lock. And again, just don't move super far down. Like if you halfway down the lock, you are way too far down. It's not going to be right. The locks are going to be sticking up all over your head. So don't do that. You can even like go shorter in length than what I did. So it just depends on what you're trying to do, okay? Or what you're trying to cover up. So that's it, y'all. That's really it. And it did not take long because this is actually a short process. process, you guys. That's all. I was really, really happy with the results. Once I got past that first bundle in the first pack, I only used one pack, you guys, and I had how many? I think I had about half a bundle left in that first pack, I believe. So yeah, I didn't use a lot of locks at all. Again, these are large butterfly locks, so that kind of helps, and it makes for a quick install, but also a really cute one. These locks are not heavy. They're very disruptive. They're really fluffy. What I really want to make clear is that you do not have to wrap, you guys. You do not have to wrap. You can take that whole wrap process out if you want to. That just goes, that gives it a different look. So I'm just giving you options as far as different styles that you can do with these butterfly locks, okay? But honey, this is versatility at its finest. You can wear it down. You can wear it to the side with pride. You can wear it back. You can braid your locks into a French braid, double Dutch braids. You can twist and shout. You can put it in a half up, half down. You can swing it all around. You can have it all the way up. You can put it in a top bun. Honey, you can do what you want to do with this braid pattern. You see what I'm saying? And whether you wear it up or down, it's going to look like you have a whole entire head of individuals, when you and I both know ma'am no ma'am, ma'am no ma'am. That's it, y'all. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, y'all. Below those comments up. I'm so glad that I kept going. I did not give up, because I was about to throw it all away. I'm so glad that I did not. And it was just, I just had a bad bundle, y'all. But I'm glad you guys got to see that, because bam, it can happen. So again, let me know what you think. Hit that subscribe button so you can join the family and join the fun. And until next time, peace, love, light.